Nemesis at Alton Towers. Sit back. It's fright time.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Planet Coaster and welcome back to Nemesis. Of course, in the last episode I was starting the track layout, and in this episode it's going to be like a follow-up. It is going to be a much shorter video today, and that's mainly because most of the footage was just me doing part of the track layout, then deleting it, then doing it again, and deleting it, then do it again, and repeat after I all got it right. But yeah, so it is going to be a much shorter video this week. Here you are seeing me like kind of redoing the 0G roll. I think that was the third 0G roll off camera, and by the end of today's episode the 0G roll has been changed about 5 or 6 times. So it's probably the hardest part of the track layout to get right, I think. But yeah, so here you are seeing me do the stall turn around into the vertical loop, and this is actually something I struggled with a bit because I have no idea how high up this goes. I know it's a stall turn, so it goes up quite high, but I don't really know how high up it went, because of course, as I mentioned in the last episode, there aren't any like plans of Nemesis that have height markers on them, so I am having to like kind of guess where the heights are, if you get what I mean, really. But yeah, of course, smoothing this now, smoothing the transition into the turn, and I think I do change the stall turn as well. But I was going to talk about something. I forgot what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about the terrain work that's going to be done for Nemesis, because currently I have no clue how I'm going to do the terrain, and that's mainly because, well, Nemesis is one of the most complex terrain coasters in the world, I think. It's in a massive pit, and there's so many terrain changes throughout the entire ride, and it's just something I want to get right. And so here, you know, the clip has changed now. I've done the vertical loop, and I lost my train of thought then. You might be wondering why there's supports, why I've left the supports on the vertical loop and I've taken all the supports off the rest of the track. That's it, mainly because the supports that Planet Coaster pre-makes for the vertical loop are actually quite good. I actually do like them, and they're probably better than what I can do custom support wise. So yeah, I will be custom supporting the entire track layout, obviously, but I've left the supports on the vertical loop just because they look good, really. Here you'll see me do the overbank. Now this overbank is quite interesting because it enters it at quite a high bank level, the banking angle, sorry, and then the banking angle decreases about midway, and then it goes back out again to dive underneath the exit of Nemesis. And that's something I wanted to get in Planet Coaster, and it's something I didn't want the smooth tool to ruin, because I knew if I just did it subtly, like it is in real life, because it is quite subtle in real life, then the smoothing tool would ruin it. So I've had to do it quite jagged before I go over and smooth it all. So yeah, just, you know, obviously here I'm smoothing it, and you can actually see just like I'm just adjusting it just to make sure the smoothing tool's not going to screw it. Because that's what the smoothing tool does, unfortunately, and that's something that I wish will change in Planet Coaster 2, is the smoothing tool, because it's just, whilst 4 meter smoothing does make for a really good smooth coaster, it does like eliminate those tiny little transitions that you want to do. Like say if you want to go for an RMC coaster, an RMC iBox, and you know RMC iBox, they have really quick, snappy transitions, and you want to do like an outer bank turn, the smoothing tool would just eliminate that, unfortunately. So yeah, and now I think the footage did skip over this corkscrew, and that's mainly because this corkscrew was quite difficult to do, and I actually didn't know that was a corkscrew, to be honest. I genuinely thought that that element was a heartline roll. I've always thought that part of the ride was a heartline roll, but no, apparently it is just a small corkscrew, so that's quite cool. And the thing is with this, the track layout looks kind of weird at the moment, but don't worry, because when I of course do the terrain and the paths and everything, it will, you know, look natural. Yeah, here you're seeing it just pause for a minute, and I think that's because I was trying to find a good picture of this final turnaround into the brake run, because I wasn't entirely sure if it went up and then a flat turn into the brake run, or it went up into the brake run like a helix. But I think I did find a picture, and it turns out it was a flat turn into the brake run after it's come out of the tunnel here. So I was thinking about just doing the autocomplete, but no, the autocomplete looked a bit stupid. But yeah, there we go, that's the entire track layout done, and now it's just smoothing and changing a few pieces here and there. There we go, just changing the track ever so slightly before I go and smooth it all. And yeah, we're coming up to the end of the episode now, so thank you all very much for watching, and sorry it was a short episode today, but there will be a longer episode later this week where I start the terrain work I think I might do. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Goodbye.